She has a son, a daughter, and 4 grandkids. She is 70 years old, and she is a widow in New Jersey. Her marriage lasted 42 years. 6.5 million people were glued to their screens when 72-year-old Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner proposed to Theresa Nist. This has been an illogical tale. Throughout the history of the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise, every single one of the attractive and youthful contestants has been well under the age of Social Security payments. Millions of viewers, however, focused on a grandparent love tale. In the past 6 years, this is the happiest I've seen him, Jenny Turner's daughter remarked of her dad, who had been a widower during that time. Despite their shared belief that romantic love was extremely unlikely, they eventually crossed paths after years of mourning. It isn't, as they demonstrated. Viewers kept saying it. Nist and Turner brought hope to those who were going through the same things. Require an update? Discover a whole new world of puzzles, games, and more at the Play Hub. And tonight, the wedding serves as the grand finale, culminating their televised adventure. "What a fantastic companion you are," he told her on tonight's live program. Her response was, "I feel the same way." Jesse Palmer is the host of the event, which is taking place at the La Quinta Resort and Club in Palm Springs, California. His wife is expecting a kid, and he announced it at the beginning of the show. "We wish them the best, but we need to be at a wedding." The Zip It candidate who competed against Nist, Kathy Swartz, was on hand to interview wedding attendees as the event started. The runner-up of Golden Contest, Leslie Fema, said her interviewer, "You know, Kathy, at our age, we have to celebrate love." After mending their fences, the bride-to-be asked Swartz to assist her in selecting a wedding gown, further cementing their reconciliation. Officiating the wedding is Susan Knowles, the competitor whose hometown of Philadelphia cheered her on. Their response to their request for her hand in marriage was, "There is no one in the world that we want other than you to officiate our marriage," Nist informed her. In addition to Molly and Jason Mesnick, who also tied the knot on television after The Bachelor, Theresa and Ryan Sutter, the longest-lasting couple from The Bachelorette 20 years, are also present at the wedding. Braden Bowers and Christina Mandrell, who are members of Bachelor Nation, became engaged while interviewing Palmer. Bowers knelt down and proposed to Mandrell. She joined him in falling to her knees and consented. Turner continued to converse as he made his way down the aisle. Their tuxedo-clad grandsons trailed behind him while strings played Ave Maria in the background. The girls, who were all dressed in pastel blue and belonged to the same marriage, trailed behind the boys. Next, the bride arrived. With her son at her side, Nist of Shrewsbury descended the aisle in a white gown adorned with a veil and a modest train. Turner was expressing himself effectively, through tears. Just before the wedding began, officiant Susan Knowles brightened the mood. "When I got out of the limousine and told Gerry, I'm going to marry you, that's when we first met." "It seems I was correct," Knowles stated. "Gerry and Theresa come here together to stand before all those they love, both present and all those that have passed, as they take their relationship to the deepest level of commitment," said Knowles. Their children bestowed their blessings upon their parents to the tune of Pachelbel's Canon in D, a well-known wedding song. One of Turner's daughters, Angie Warner, wrote to him, "You've taught many, many, many people lessons on positivity and happiness, and you've also taught that it's never too late to find love." Turner was asked by Jen Woolston, Nist's daughter, to look after her best friend since birth. "Your spirit and your heart are loved by me. Your laughter and smiles warm my heart." The couple had laughed until we cried during their vows because they were having so much fun. "I promise you to be your calm in a storm, to comfort you when you're sad, to laugh with you when you're happy, and to stick with you throughout it all, but most of all, to have fun for the rest of the days that we have on this earth." The story feels like something carved straight out of an old romantic novel, the kind our parents kept tucked in wooden cabinets wrapped in yellowed pages and nostalgia. Theresa Nist of New Jersey and Gerry Turner, the man America met as the first ever Golden Bachelor, have tied the knot. And the whole thing carries the quiet glow of two people who found love not in the rush of youth but in the calm, steady twilight of life. Their union feels less like a headline and more like a reminder. Love does not expire. Hearts don't stop blooming. Sometimes, the best chapters come after halftime. Theresa and Gerry's wedding was described as stunning, but that word hardly captures what unfolded. Their journey began in front of millions, but strangely, it always felt intimate, like a soft-spoken conversation between two souls who recognized each other from somewhere far back in time. That sense of tender familiarity is what made their reunion so powerful. It didn't scream luxury or spectacle. It whispered grace, patience, and destiny arriving right on time. Their love story first sparked during the taping of The Golden Bachelor. Fans watched as Gerry, the widowed grandfather from Indiana with a soft smile and an even softer heart, searched for a companion who matched his sincerity. Theresa, a warm, composed financial services professional from New Jersey, entered the stage not to impress but simply to be herself. Authenticity became her strength. Gerry saw it immediately. Their connection wasn't the kind that comes from fireworks. It was a quiet flame, steady and intentional, catching wind little by little until it warmed everything around them. When viewers saw Theresa and Gerry lean into each other emotionally, it was clear that these two weren't playing a television game. They were walking towards something real. Genuine companionship, shared values, mutual respect. The sort of love that sits comfortably beside you at breakfast, listens to your stories without glancing at the clock, and chooses you every morning. The wedding reflects that same warmth and clarity. A stunning golden reunion makes it sound glittery, but the glow wasn't from flashy decor or celebrity fanfare. It came from the joy on their faces and the collective breath of everyone who witnessed two people proving that aging doesn't mean settling for loneliness. They proved that vulnerability still matters. That commitment still has weight. That even in a world that moves too fast, love can still take its time and arrive with intention. Theresa has long been admired for her strong spirit and elegant composure. She carries her experience like a well-folded shawl, never loud but always present. Gerry, on the other hand, wears his heart on his sleeve. His vulnerability is not a weakness but a sign of courage. Together, they balance each other like seasoned partners who understand the value of compromise and communication. Their wedding was more than a ceremony. It was a reunion of two journeys merging into one. No rush, no chaos, just quiet certainty. The cultural conversation around love later in life has always been clouded by stereotypes. Society treats romance as if it belongs only to the young. Theresa and Gerry break that myth with grace. Their marriage celebrates the reality that companionship is a lifelong need, not a phase. The Golden Bachelor franchise itself was built on this idea, but Theresa and Gerry turned the concept into something deeper. They didn't just find love on TV. They carried it into real life. They nurtured it, they chose it, and now they've sealed it. Their wedding day was filled with moments that felt timeless. Small gestures, soft glances, genuine joy. It wasn't about the dress or the decorations. It was about the second chance both of them embraced without fear. They each had lived entire lives before meeting one another, lives filled with love, loss, family, and change. Yet, neither of them treated their past as a closed book. Instead, they walked forward with the pages wide open, ready to write new lines. That's what makes this union feel so poetic. It is rooted in gratitude. Each of them understands the fragility of time. They cherish the opportunity to spend it together, knowing how unpredictable life can be. And that sentiment created an atmosphere at their wedding that felt almost sacred, like the air itself understood the significance of two hearts meeting at this stage of life. Fans have reacted with overwhelming love, calling their marriage inspiring, heartwarming, and a testament to hope. Many viewers admitted that watching Theresa and Gerry fall in love made them feel less afraid of growing old. Their story offers reassurance that romance doesn't fade with age. It evolves, becomes softer, richer, and more intentional. The Golden Bachelor franchise set out to spark conversations about love in the later years of life, but Theresa and Gerry turned it into cultural proof. The Golden Reunion also highlights the beauty of second chances. Both Theresa and Gerry had deeply loved spouses in the past, and their grief shaped them. Instead of letting loss shut them down, they opened themselves again. That alone carries a poetic weight. It shows resilience. It shows healing. It shows a belief in the enduring nature of companionship. As they begin this new chapter, their marriage stands as a reminder that love stories don't have an expiration date. Whether you are 25 or 75, your heart still knows how to hope. Your soul still knows how to recognize its companion. And your life still has room for new beginnings. New Jersey's Theresa, Nist, and Gerry Turner have become more than just reality TV sweethearts. They are symbols of what it means to embrace love with humility and courage. Their stunning golden reunion is a gentle call to anyone who thinks their best days are behind them. Perhaps the best days are simply waiting for the courage to turn the page. Their love story didn't begin in youth, but it carries the simplicity, innocence, and sincerity many only dream about. In a world obsessed with speed and novelty, Theresa and Gerry remind us that meaningful things grow in their own time. Their union glows because it is anchored in experience, patience, and genuine affection. One can only hope their future is filled with the same warmth that marked their journey from the first rose to their final vows. Their marriage stands as a testament to love's ability to find us again, even when we think the story is already over.